Daisy, talk us through how much confidence the come from behind feature on the weekends given the group.
Yeah, I think we take a lot of belief out of it. It showed great belief, but it adds to our belief being able to win a game like that. I think one of the things we were most proud of is that the start to our game, there were a few bits we weren't executing that well. We were a little bit fumbly over the ball, overused the handball a little bit. So yeah, to be able to work through that while continuing to show up and have great effort meant that we hung in there and stayed in the game. And I think to be able to problem solve on the run shows our growing maturity as well. So yeah, pleasing that we could get the result out of it, and I think it'll be one that we refer back to, that if you hang in long enough you never know what might happen, and you just got to keep turning up. So it'll be one that we come back to, I think, and draw belief from moving forward.
What does it say about your scoring power as a team to slam home 5 in the final quarter?
Yeah, I think that was the other encouraging thing. We've sort of been struggling to score at times. We feel like we're defending well and giving ourselves good opportunities off our good defence and contest work, and then just trying to get better and better at finishing our work and putting it back on the scoreboard ourselves. So that's been a big focus over the last couple of weeks, and it showed that when we pull that together off the back of being clean with our fundamentals and being predictable to each other, that we can score quickly. So to win like that is a good sign that the thing we've been putting into our energy into is helping as well.
Ella's obviously the talk of the competition at the moment, and Swanee, I think, said post-game she's the best player in the comp. Where do you sit on that in managing the sort of talk around her externally? Oh,
I think, to hear Swanee talk like that, it's exciting. I mean, that's the belief that her teammates have in her. They know her better than anyone else, and at the end of the day, Ella's a 20-year-old who's learning every time she comes in here, and she's got a lot of talent. She's competitive, wants to be great at her craft. And she's right up there. Like, I don't think anyone shies away from the fact that she's right up there in a group of great players in the competition, a growing group of great players, and we'll come up against a couple of them this week against Port Adelaide with Matilda Scholes and Sinead Goody, another one. Ella's comfortably in that group, and let's not pretend she's not. I think the thing that gives us the reassurance that that's not going to faze her is that we get to see her come in here on Tuesday and she says to me, all right, what have you got for me to get better? So as long as, her growing belief and the confidence her teammates have in her is matched by wanting to be a real hungry learner and come in here and continue to improve, well then give her any label you want, because I think she's going to rise to the occasion.
Obviously, Port Adelaide this weekend, Matilda Scholes has had another great start to the campaign. In terms of counteracting her impact a bit, do you have to put a bit of work into her, or are you confident that you can let her do her thing to an extent and still get the chocolates at the end of it?
Yeah, we'll definitely put some time into her. I think being a ruck who can stay on the ground a long time because she's effective forward, she'll be out there a long time, and she obviously has big impacts on games. We've got confidence in the growing partnership between Sarah Leckay and Liz McGrath, that they got an opportunity to throw 2 different rucking looks at her that we believe can challenge her, and then awareness from the rest of the team when she is moving positionally on the field and doing our best to take away her impact. But again, came up against an athletic ruck on the weekend in Wardlaw, and we're able to combat that, so it gives us some confidence in that space. But with respect for a real quickly developing gun of our competition who we look forward to the challenge.
Kayla, how have you found your adaptation to the AFLW environment? I know when you got drafted you said you were almost shocked to get the pick, but you've made a pretty big impact pretty quickly.
No, it's insane, especially I always thought I was going to be on the edge of making or just missing out. So getting that call from Daisy afterwards, absolutely incredible. And just the girls been getting around me, so it's made the transition so much easier. So it's been incredible, and especially to kick a couple of goals and stuff first 3 games, so it's just awesome.
Kayla, how was it playing back at home and getting your family and friends around?
Yeah, absolutely dream come true, to be honest. It was just, as I said, what I just dreamed of for so long now. So especially kicking the first goal on home turf as well. So special.
How was hub life last week in Melbourne, spending a bit of extra time with the girls?
Yeah, I feel like it's such a privilege because a lot of other teams don't get that opportunity to build that culture and work on our craft as well here and there, to spend a whole week with each other. It's just like there's so many learnings and we all get to know each other and have a great time.
And being one of the younger ones coming in, who on the team have you kind of gravitated towards, or is there any player in particular that's kind of taken you under your wings since you've arrived?
Definitely, I'd probably say Sana, definitely in the forward line with me, definitely take me under her wing, especially it's her second year now and she's also from Melbourne, so we kind of just like had a lot of common moving away from home and that kind of stuff. And Ella, especially, like, she's been incredible, to be honest. Especially like, looking up to her, coming to team. Got really excited going, yes, I get to play with Ella Roberts. So exciting. So definitely those two, yeah.
Just quickly as well, what are you expecting from Port Adelaide this season? This weekend, rather.
Yeah, definitely. Physicality has always been something I was looking at, and the team is, but we just take 1 week at a time, so whoever we come up against. But we'll always just play our brand of football. That's the thing. We don't want to get too caught up on what the other team's doing. Make sure we get what we want to get after right, and then we'll figure it out on game day.
Daisy, just with the two rucks, obviously both of them played round 1. Sarah came out of the team round 2, back in round 3. Is it just sort of like a week by week thing as to who gets the match up?
Yeah, a bit of what we're up against in terms of opposition. With whether we want to combat it with two rucks. I think the other thing was Sarah was able to go back when she had the week off against Essendon. She played scrimmage as a forward, so just developing her forward craft so that when we do take two into the game, we've got the option to rotate them through and have an impact as forwards, and she did that really well. She took on that challenge and has been able to really go and improve her craft there. So, being able to make sure that we're not absorbing too much game time by having two of them out there and putting pressure on other parts of the ground, and we've been able to do that by helping her develop that side of her game.
A more broad one on where the AFLW is at currently 3 rounds in. We've seen some pretty lopsided results, and in the history of the comp, 7 teams have kicked 100 points, 4 of them have come this year. Do you still think that gap exists between the best and the rest teams?
I think maybe the gap's being highlighted a little bit more because of the improvement of the competition. I think, when teams are on top, they can score heavily now because of the growing skill level in the game. So there's definitely been a bit of that. But yeah, obviously you want competitive results, but I think the more and more skillful opposition get, we're kicking bigger scores as well. So they're not just bigger margins, but I think across the board seeing higher scoring. So yeah, our challenge is to keep, fighting our way up and improving so that we become a part of that group, and that's the challenge that we're taking on at the moment and wanting to keep improving so that we're one of those sides.
Is the big 4, your Norths, Adelaide's, Brisbane's, Melbourne's as formidable as they once were?
I think there's some great challenges now. We saw our opposition this week, Port Adelaide, have a real clinical performance on the weekend. Sydney's another one that's had a really impressive start to the season. Essendon 3-0, Hawthorn we know made a big jump up last year. So I don't think the gap's as big as it maybe once was. I think that's a good thing for the comp moving forward.
And when you look at your team and what those teams do well, what have been the main areas you've targeted to try and bridge that gap?
Yeah, I think the consistency of their fundamentals, so underpinned by their strength and conditioning, it means that in the biggest moments across 80 minutes of football or thereabouts, they're able to just keep playing their way and executing their skills. And then team defence is another one. I think most of those teams do well. If you look back in the history of the competition, the Premier's always been 1 or 2 in terms of minimising scores against. So being able to defend well and then use your skills and running and strengths back the other way to score yourself. So they're the things that we really targeted in our off-season. Getting fitter and stronger, being able to play with more power and speed, defending well, and then being able to execute when we win it back.
Just one more few days after a week on the road, back at our home turf this week. How's the vibe within the group and playing in front of the home fans this weekend? Yeah,
looking forward to it. It was great to get away and spend time together, like Kayla said, but yeah, to get back home and get our home crowd back here at MRP is an exciting one, and we had a good turnout on the road, but looking forward to some of our home fans getting back down this week. It makes a big difference when we've got a crowd there cheering us on. I know it means a lot to the girls, so look forward to seeing you all at a game.